Here's my question, because we don't have a lot of time left with you. I was thinking about this today, and because I was trying to think in my head, why was I such a huge fan of you when I was a little kid? And yes, the part of it is just like he's beating up a bunch of people. This is awesome. I'm a teenage boy. This is great. And then I hit on something deeper, that I was a chubby kid, and to give me something to aim for, to give me an ideal of what maybe one day, my life isn't like this in high school right now. You get bullied, you get picked on, but maybe one day I won't be in this situation anymore. And so now you're in a room and you have a lot of people watching right now, that you have podcasters, you have comedians, you have actors. What's the one piece of advice that you would give anybody that is getting into this world, that wants to be an entertainer? Because you seem to be a guy who is so insightful with what your career has been and how you've matriculated to this point. What's the one piece of advice that you would tell anybody that has a dream to get into entertainment?
You have, in your question, you have two. Do you want to be first a star or an actor? I'll give you the answer on the two. Me, I became first what we call a star, like Stallone, like Arnold. I did a movie called Bloodsport where I put my best 20 years. It's like, I want to do a movie with you. Your name again? Sorry.
Mark.
Mark, can you go do 25 years of karate with slow motion kick like nobody can do today, even in UFC? I can spar with all of them. I'm not on the ground, but my legs, nobody can see them coming, okay? I get that knee, slow motion, too many years, like a dancer, right?
Right.
And I came and they gave me Bloodsport, the perfect movie to show a billboard. Story okay. Because they took some, was a good script by the way, but they took some away from, Hong Kong, producer, this and that. I'm honest guy. And we came back with this movie, and the movie was cut like a butcher. I mean, you see me jumping a tree, one shot, 60 in the air. It's the real stuff. At that time, no CGI. You see my vein bulging. I'm like 85 kilo of muscle. And they cut me in the middle, and they go from my kick to my face and back. So I saw the screening. I start to cry. And I go in back to Menachem Golan, the boss of Canon, because the first time I met him, I did the split between two chairs, all that stuff. I show my muscle. Then he said to me, Van Damme, Michael Dudakov is a star. Chuck Norris is a star. You'll never be a star.
Oh, wow.
And I heard that voice. You can ask him to say, go around the desk. You better do back right now. So after 5 years of being here, doing all kinds of jobs, sometimes stealing food to survive, when I made love to a girl and she take a shower, I take her phone, no iPhone at the time, to call my parents to tell them I love them. You understand the shit? So now I go around, I say, please, anything. You have no little part, anything. And he see in my eyes, the guy was going to kill himself. Yeah. He goes, sit down. This is the real story that nobody knows, which I give to a podcast tonight. Because I go by people. I don't go by size, like again and again. I think after, I go what I love you guys, so I give you everything. So I go around the desk. He said, please sit down, because I don't want to tell you the scene, what happened when I did go around the desk. It's too strong. But he said, please sit down. And that company was booming up. And he said, you want a glass of milk? I said, yeah. You want some cookies? I said, yeah. Put, he think, and he go, Karen, bring me Bloodsport. And then he go like this. He go, you want to be a star? And he take the script down. You're gonna be a star. Like that on me. And he said, you have a green card? And I go, yes, of course. I don't have any green card. So you have an agent? Yes, of course. I said, I'll call you everything. So I was paid $25,000 for Bloodsport. And then it was $50,000 for the next one, was Cyborg, and $75,000. But when I received that movie, they put the movie on hold for another 1 year. Wow. And I go back to Belgium, and they call me the punching ball of Chuck Norris because I trained with him, right? Yeah. So that was my father is in shame. My father is a very serious guy. I was making a gym. I have a gym. Was making $2,000 a day, month. I was making so much money with my gym. Charming guy. I was selling clothes, vitamins. I was making so much money. Yeah. Sports cards, and on the weekend, I like to work. I am a bouncer. Because you make a lots of money and you meet lots of girls. You know, I was young. I was like, like I was that Jean-Claude Van Damme, right? And then America, and I win. Then education, then here talking to you. And all this is what I am today.
Right.